My peoples, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of a meeting with the CEO. I got a very special guest here today. Very controversial person, I would like to say. And very doing really quite well on the social media side of food reviews, shall I say. All the way from Manchester, without further ado. From Manchester. The one and only MUNCHING AKHI.
Yes, Adam, what you saying?
How you doing, my guy?
Alhamdulillah, all good, man.
Thank you very much for coming, first of all.
You're very welcome.
I know you're always busy and, you know, you always got loads to do and, you know, stuck for time. So, once again, thank you very much.
Pleasure having me, man. I've always got time for you.
Officially. Aki, let's just get straight to it. Where do you see... Well, let me start again. Where do you come from? I know you come from Manchester, but just a bit of history about yourself, growing up. You know, let's get straight to it. I want to know how you grew up and what kind of environment you grew up in. You know, we hear a lot of stories where a lot of serious people grew up in serious circumstances. So let's hear yours, my guy.
Well, it's not really that interesting, but I grew up with pretty much a normal life. Wasn't involved in what the youth are usually involved in. Drugs, that type of business. I was always a straight guy.
Are you a Manc, born and bred?
Yeah.
So how long? What part of Mani would you say you're from?
South.
And how was it like growing up in your infant days? Did you always have an interest for food, or did it, what was the lifestyle?
It just started by chance, honestly.
Yeah.
Posted one video on TikTok and realised that people love food, people love talking about food. Food is a thing, like in the Asian community. You don't see guys going out and drinking alcohol and spending their money on alcohol. They'd rather spend their money on good food instead. So I came quick to kind of realise that is something that is a niche that us brown people are interested in.
And was this at uni? Was this at school?
It was during university that I realised it. I went out to eat at Rockaguy in Manchester, posted my first review up there, and I kind of realised that, people like food. It gets views, it gets engagement. So I just went from there.
So it was just like a personal page?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it just went from there.
So let's go back a bit. So how was college? Like, did you go to university?
Yeah, so recently I decided, well, not too recently, but when I jumped out of university, I realised that, okay, cool, at some point I want to take on social media full time. And then I qualified as from doing LLB law. So I could have been a solicitor, but decided to pursue this instead.
Amazing. So when you were in college, you done A-levels, I take it, yeah?
Yeah.
And, like, what made you choose law at that time?
AKHI was an influence from Birmingham.
Seriously?
Seriously.
You're making this up, my guy.
No, seriously.
So how many years ago was this? Was Ahmed Yaqub even on the scene then?
That's when he first
started. Well, obviously he's been on the scene
a long time. So when he first started off, his videos used to pop up.
Okay, what year was that?
2018, 2019.
Okay, wow.
So that was kind of the time I was like, shit, I don't know, I liked his videos. When you see a brown guy succeeding, a lot of people want to hate on them, whereas I aspired to be like that.
Oh, wow. So he gave you some inspiration?
Consider it inspiration, yeah.
Wow. So you gave you some inspiration. You went on to choose law at uni. You graduated, mashallah. And here you are now. And you've completely sidetracked. And you moved over to social media.
Yeah, I guess the education system teaches you that, okay, cool. You can be in the system. You can get a degree. And you can be a slave for society and, be a part of society that way. But they don't teach you about being your own man, being your own businessman. I'm sure for yourself, your business. You never taught about that in school.
You're right. Where was it? What was your first job?
My first job,
Yeah.
serious job,
Serious job?
fraud.
Seriously.
Seriously,
You're killing me here, you know. How long ago?
about 5-6 years ago.
So how does your first job become fraud?
How does your first job become fraud? Because I was in that mindset that I'm never going to work for someone. I'm never going to do a part-time job like everyone else does at that age. I'm never going to work for someone. I don't have that mentality in me to kind of work for someone and to be told what to do and to wake up at a certain time each day. I thought, fuck that, I'm going to find a way to make money. So I did, and I succeeded in that.
To be your own boss.
To be my own boss, yeah.
But like you know when you said fraud, I just find it like intriguing. Like I had a first job, you know. I remember we were selling windows at one time, like double glazing. So like, how do you like do you apply for fraud? Like, how does it work? Do you know what I mean?
It's like how drug dealers, they don't. You don't apply. You don't apply.
This guy,
you don't apply to be a drug dealer. You get involved with certain people who are in that line of work, and you realize that you can make a lot of money from doing that.
No, but sometimes, like in the hoods, you know, in the United Kingdom, like where we're from, there is a lot of scouting going on. You know, these older figures do come along, and you know, if they're serious members of, you know, organized crime and stuff, they'll scout you. Do you know what I mean? They'll come into the hood, hear about you, you know, etc., and they'll scout you and they'll recruit you. So that's why I'm saying, like, were you scouted?
How does it
you
work? So
recruited?
my fraud was not. It was fraud these days is all done through the internet. Like the majority of fraud is done through the internet these days.
Okay.
There's different types of frauds that you can do. You can be scamming someone from their bank account and taking funds, which is known as logs. That's what they call it, where you basically victimize a certain victim who's vulnerable, who has their account details that have been leaked. You can make your money through that. You can make your money through claiming loans that aren't genuine, or you can do what I done, which was retail fraud.
Okay. So moving on. So how long after, like, have you? Okay, maybe that's the wrong question, Aki. Yeah? Have you ever had a job?
No, not. I've never worked for someone. No.
Wow, amazing. And how old are you now, my guy?
25.
Wow.
Turning 25 on Saturday. This Saturday.
Happy birthday, my guy. So, like, moving on. So, like, you said you came from a normal home, you know, a very good home, mashallah. Like, you know, people, like, you know, you hear a lot of stories nowadays. People come from broken homes and stuff. But, you know, would you say you come from lower, middle, upper class? Like, what kind of, you know?
So middle class my whole life. I've always lived in comfort, I'd say. Never complete luxury, but I've lived in comfort. I come from parents which are both educated.
Wow.
Both degree level educated. Went to private school. I had a good upbringing. That's why I said before, you know, I was never involved in the wrong type of crowds and stuff.
Crazy. I rate that. So moving on, like, you told me you discovered this random food review for this what's the burger shop? What was the place called again?
Rocco's in Manchester.
I've never been there, is that?
You haven't been there?
No.
It's disrespectful. It's like one of the top names in Manchester when you talk about spicy chicken burgers.
Oh my God. Spicy chicken burgers.
Give them a go next time you're in Manchester.
Where is it? What part?
Longside.
Okay. You see what it is about spicy dip burgers? I know you like you promote it a lot on your platforms, but I don't like them, my guy. I don't know, man.
Do you know why you don't like them?
One.
Because the spicy chicken burgers in Birmingham, apart from chicken spice, the rest are shit.
Yeah?
All shit. I've tried them myself. They don't live up to the standards of Manchester.
But I don't rate Miami's either.
Why don't you rate Miami's?
I just think that it was overly spicy.
That's what a spicy chicken burger is supposed to be. It's supposed to be spicy, no?
So, okay, yeah, you're right. So I would say that I just didn't like it. I didn't like the product in general. I didn't like the fact that it was cheap ass buns that you get from UK Fried Chicken, the cheap meal.
But you can't be expecting the price they're selling it for. It's like £5 a meal. You can't be expecting a premium brioche bun product.
I agree. I agree, and in terms of that, I would appreciate the product, but I don't appreciate Miami's one. I think theirs is like, it's not for me, man. I think that the foodies kind of overhyped it too much, and I think the ones in Birmingham are okay. I think Toronto's is okay, crispy. Toronto, you know.
I've tried theirs. No, not a fan. No, way too tomatoey.
Okay.
A lot of it's down to what sauce they use and how they execute that. Like even leaving the sauce cooking too long, where there's a reduction of water, increases the salt level and makes the burger way too salty. Cooking at the end of the day, I'm sure you know you have a food place yourself. It's a science experiment. You know you got to have all these factors in place to make sure the product's consistent each time. It's not something easy to get right. So I applaud Miami's, because when you go to Miami's, they will sell 1,000 burger meals a day, but them 1,000 burger meals will be pretty much consistent.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
How do you deal with pressure?
Vape. I told you I don't do drugs, so vaping's a new thing in it that kids do.
Solves everything, right?
Souls, yeah. Most of.
So are you promoting it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't think think you should promote vape, man. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, but then people smoke cigarettes, which are probably worse.
Probably, yeah. You're right. But they're both as bad as each other, to be honest. But the vape, I just feel like
a lot of the arguments for vape is that there's no studies on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there was an obvious problem with vaping, they would have found that out now with how advanced medicine is these days now.
Yeah, you're right. I just feel like they're both bad. They're as bad as each other.
No, I'm not saying they're good, but I'm saying that's
vape's like putting your mouth in an exhaust pipe. Car exhaust
so
pipe.
too smoking.
Yes, you're right. But I feel like, you know, at least it's a bit more natural, and it's like still like tobacco. But I see what you're saying. You know.
No, yeah, 100%.
What's the plan for the next 5 years? Where do we see you in the next 5 years?
Making 6 figures each month and living in Dubai. How about yourself?
Living in Dubai.
Making 6 figures a month.
Making 6 figures as well.
Exactly. Everyone's got the same mentality and focus today.
Not necessarily, you know, not everyone. Maybe the people around you, certain people around you, yeah, not everyone. So what advice would you give to everyone to have the same mentality? You see, like you said that, you know, in 2018 or around them times, and that you've seen Ahmed Yaqub as we could officially say an inspo, an inspiration. So what would you say to like the young lads and ladies out there who actually look up to you and say, you know what, he's actually hilarious, I want to be like him?
Not caring about people's opinions. We're all from the Asian community, a community that's highly judgmental, just not giving a fuck about what anyone says.
Wow. People have got a lot of opinions nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially in the brown community. Everyone wants to judge one another for whatever they do, especially on social media.
I don't think it's the brown community. I think it's like people in general, man. Humanity's like that.
Yeah.
Very judgmental. That's why
if another brown person succeed, no one wants to ever show that person love.
I wouldn't say no one.
There's a lot more hate than there is support of brown people succeeding in our community, I think. Envy.
What do you think of Ahmed Yaqub right now? What do you think of his campaign right now?
I think he's smashing it. He's going into something that brown people should be going into, a sector that you don't see many brown people going into, politics. He's in that position in life to be able to make their moves and start campaigning. He's got his following on social media.
If he was listening, would you give him any advice?
Carry on and make sure you get power of Birmingham and get Labour out.
You said you deal with pressure with vape. So, what do you do to kind of enjoy yourself? So what's your time in, it's time to have a break?
Enjoy myself these days. When it's time to have a break, it's time to catch a flight.
Yeah?
I mean, that's my understanding of relaxing and getting my mind away from the matter if it's stressful.
Amazing.
Catch flights.
I seen your post recently when was it in Turkey?
Yeah.
Your flight when you down the slide, was that Turkey?
Yeah, that was.
Tell us a bit about that. Where did you go?
Antalya.
Oh, you went to Antalya?
Yeah, I was in Antalya for a week, 10 days.
How was it?
Amazing,
yeah.
Beautiful. I went for the resort type of lifestyle. Usually when I go to Turkey, I'm like in the villages. I like staying in, local, natural, cultural living. But this time I thought, okay, cool. I'm going to do something a bit more easy on myself where I can just lay down all day, eat as much as I want and not have to walk anywhere and just, have a lazy, relaxing, real beachside holiday.
How was it? What was the result called? Talk to us. You'd see every brown person in there, but after you tell us.
What was the result like? It was fun, man. You could just eat all the time. I must have.
Was that water park on site?
Yeah, on site.
Yeah.
All the hotels in Turkey and Antalya, they've got water parks. They've got 6-7 restaurants in the same place.
I met a couple of years ago. We went to Fethiye.
Yeah,
Fethiye.
South, more southwest.
Or when you get off Dalaman Airport.
Yeah.
And when you get off Dalaman Airport, everybody normally goes left, like towards Marmaris. We went right to
all the haram Asians going to Marmaris.
All the haram Asians. Yeah, we went to Fethiye. It's like these valleys. We went to a resort there called Majestic. It was beautiful. You know what else we have done? There's a national park in an area in by Fethiye called Ali Deniz. Have you heard of it?
Aludines.
Say it again.
Aludines.
Yeah. And it's like a blue lagoon there.
Yeah, I've been there.
And you climb the national. You climb the park. Obviously via transport. You go via vehicle. I think it was about 45 minutes. We kind of climbed it in the car, in the minibus it was, and basically, you jump off the mountain in a parachute, my guy. It was crazy.
Well, you went parachuting?
Yeah.
No way.
First of all, like obviously the offices are downstairs, yeah. So we went in and said, yeah, we want to do that. I said, all right, because where we were staying, we could see the sugar puffs, people doing it. So we drove around, and went to the offices first. And first of all, they go, oh, you're too fat, and that we can't take you.
That's what I was saying when you said to me, bro, you went parachuting. I was thinking, that thing's probably snapped.
It never snapped, alhamdulillah. But they found the right pilot. He was a pro. They needed a pro, and a pro for a pro, maybe. So anyway, he agreed to take me. We've climbed this mountain. It's me, my two brothers, and basically we got to the top. I swear to you, wallahi, AKHI, when you get there, I looked at the mountain, I looked down, I looked at the pilot, and I go to him, where's the toilet? Bro, I needed a piss, bro. I needed a wee, bro. Straight away. I left, walked off, went into the loo, and I started to leak and have my wee. Looked to the right. My brother's there, he's pissing as well. Like, scary, bro, like, literally. But, wow, it was amazing, man.
How did you finally jump off? Did they push you? Did they have to push you off?
So,
I've seen these videos online. People don't want to jump.
So the pilot's behind you.
Yeah.
So you have to jump off. There's no other way. You have to jump off because he stares, you see.
Yeah.
And I had to run and jump off. And as I ran once, the parachute's like, you don't press it and it explodes and unfolds. It's one where you have to kind of get it, like open it up and then run and it glides off. Crazy, bro. Like, I don't think I would do that again, Like, that was young and full of testosterone and adrenaline, bro. Crazy. But it was beautiful. You probably, if you go online now, if you check on your phone, put this in the podcast as well. Put it in Google, put it in the images. Yeah, put in the Blue Lagoon, Turkey, Aludines. Sick. And amazing, bro. You gonna try it? I was about your age when I done it,
It's not for me, that.
Trust me.
I thought, parasailing, paragliding, parachuting, not for me. I don't like heights.
Is there anything in you, like, about your father, like, would you say you're close with your father, or do you have that relationship? Is there something that you kind of rate him for now, or a lot more grateful for now? That
100%.
You never seen when you were younger.
100%. I rate him because he's like, from his side of the family, it's always been businessmen. Whereas from my mum's side, it's always been working for someone. So he was my first inspiration to be, self-made rather than working for someone. So I look up to him in that sense.
Well, and like, what did they do? Like, like, what's their profession?
Dad was a property developer. became a stress engineer at 20 something. Worked in oil rigs in Scotland. He's done everything. Owned restaurants, cafes, and then went into property and then retired.
Now I know. Now I can start to see the vision. Like, you know, we gain it from pops really, because, you know, businessmen. What did you mean by that? Like that? Is he like what do you mean by that when you were saying that? Like, is that, what did you mean by, you know, you described your father as being businessman? What did you mean by that?
Oh, I was saying that a lot of people in his family, in fact, that whole side is all self-made, rather than my mum's side, who've all worked for someone. So he's always been self-made mindset, if that makes sense.
What about you know, moving on to, like, you know, you've achieved quite a lot, you know, at such a young age, mashallah. Graduation, you know, doing so well on socials. Now, has there been any part of that journey so far that, you know, you really struggled?
Plenty of times.
What was your first major struggle that kind of...
I think the first major struggle was kind of taking it on full time and realising that, holy shit, I've got to make this work, and if I don't make this work, then it's back to square one, if that made sense.
And that time when you said that you took this on, when was that? So when did you start this? Approximately
full time, about a year ago.
A year ago? Have you been doing this longer though, AKHI?
2.
So
I've only took it on recently, yeah.
Full time?
Yeah.
Nah, but how long have you been on socials? How long have you been a foodie on?
About a year and a half, 2 years.
Nah, it's been longer than that. Has it been that long, yeah?
You met me. You were one of the first guys to meet me. Do you not remember?
I remember you very clearly meeting you, but if you're telling me...
Are you telling me that was 3 years ago?
I thought it would have been like... No, well...
4 years ago.
Okay, no. That was only 18 months, you know, ago, 2 years ago.
18 months ago.
Yeah, back
years
approximately.
I wasn't doing it full time back then.
So when did you start then? So you saying...
Full time a year ago.
Okay, what about like part time?
What do you mean when I started the whole thing? Probably about 2 years ago.
So you told me that you posted it and you seen the vision, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago at Rockaguy in Manchester.
Yeah.
And then, like, you said that, like, how did it click to you? Like, what come to you? What did you see? Or did you vision something? Or
no,
did you start going home and start brainstorming things? Or did you start phoning, like, your local, you know, social media influencers that you know probably? And
no.
How did it go, my guy?
So we posted that first Rocco's video. That went crazy. And then I realised, shit, you can get views and engagement by posting food reviews. It's what people like, it's what people want to see. So then we've done about 3-4 more videos. I thought, okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. And then up came Chow with me. So he joined forces and we started smashing out food reviews, going all around Manchester, Birmingham, trying out all these different food places. So that's how it really took off.
What was your first food review in Birmingham?
First food review in Birmingham. Ooh. I think it was that place on... It's a brunch place. All I know that it was a brunch place.
Okay.
Not Allam's. It's a little small brunch spot. I think it's on Stratford Road.
Okay. Is it still there?
Yeah, name someone. I'll tell you which one it was.
Brunch spot.
Brunch spot.
Stafford Road.
Stratford Road.
Variety Bites.
I'll leave it to the comment section, innit?
Yeah?
I can't remember which one. That was one of my first ones. And I went
Cravings.
No.
Spark Hill. Brunch spot.
Spark Hill. Stratford Road. The name will come to my head.
Was it at the start of this road or right deep in the bottom?
I don't know Birmingham too well.
Okay.
And then I went to, I think I done Taki's. Taki's food is banging. Have you been?
Yeah, loads of times.
Oh, elite. Someone needs to bring that concept to Manchester with that stuff, right, Donna? That is banging.
I'm surprised they haven't. The owner's a really nice guy as well.
Yeah,
I've like the owner.
He's good.
He's a good guy.
Taki's Rockaburger, so I think it was one of my first one as well.
Yeah. Okay.
chicken spice maybe, Toronto crispy, 3-in-1 burger as well.
But you don't rate this, right?
No, not at all. Chicken spice is way better in my opinion.
It is. It's got that kind of barbecue kind of twist to it that I can taste in it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It kind of levels it out. I like that one. What do you think of Birmingham's food game compared to when you started to 18 months
We
later?
talk about this all the time amongst our friendship groups.
Yeah.
I think Birmingham have got so many food spots, but name one that really and truly stands out, that represents Birmingham. What's your top food spot? Like if you ask me Manchester, I can give you 5 that are elite level from the top of my head. Fat Pats.
Okay. I knew that was coming.
Grubfellas.
Okay. That's a new one.
No, that's always been in my top list.
Okay, we got 3 more.
I ask you, give me your top 3 spots in Birmingham.
You haven't given me your third one.
Third, I have to put Bun Inc in that category.
Sorry?
Bun Inc.
Bun Inc. Oh, yeah. That does look good. I ain't been there. Top 3 food spots in Birmingham. You've just named all like sandwich bars, really, innit? Sandwich, toasty burgers, right? I might be biased because,
I've named gourmet fast food places.
Sorry?
I've named gourmet fast food places.
Okay.
None of them are restaurants.
Okay. But can I mention restaurants or no?
No, top 3 fast food. Go top 3 fast food.
Top 3 fast food. Takis is one of them.
Takis is up there.
Yeah. Takis got good, greasy, nice, tasty, smoky scran. What else is like that? I would have said like many years ago that across the road, like, nah, Bobby's, it's not the same. The baguettes are not the same anymore. I don't know. I think you got a point,
Do you know what I mean?
Point. Yeah, but at the same time,
I might be places that are average.
I might be biased because I got my own place, so I'm representing my own place. So
hey guys, welcome to a commercial break with a meeting with the CEO. I'm outside Rockaburger, Ladypur Road. Now you lot know that I have a strong affiliation with this brand. You've probably seen some of my videos. But today I would like to announce that Rockaburger is one of the proud sponsors of a meeting with the CEO. And let me show you what Rockaburger, Ladypur Road is all about. I love Rockaburger, and one of the reasons why I love Rockaburger is because it's got a healthy option and it's got your burger options as well. And some of the menu items that are lovely are the chicken and rice. The chicken and rice is only a £5. You need to get down to Rockaburger. You need to try some of the food. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you the chicken and rice in a minute. I'm going to let you have a little look around. And remember also, which is another great option, which is the goat trap box. Lovely favorite. Check it out, guys. So guys, here at Rockaburger, this is the chicken and rice. Get a close-up of that, guy. Order your chicken and rice, or your smash burger, or your goat trap box, and the world's famous seafood trap box from Rockaburger while you're watching a meeting with the CEO. Thank you very much, guys. Let's get back to the show.
One.
Yeah.
Okay. Sanny's is a good one. It's definitely nice. I would like to see how they do.
That area there on that Bardsley Lane.
Yeah.
Is it Bardsley Green?
Yeah. Green Lane.
Them food trucks are picking it up.
Yeah, they're doing the thing. They make
Sarni's there. You got Bakes and Drizzle, and I think there's a new place that came there, isn't it? Wild Chips or something.
Wild Chips is owned by Sanny's as well. Beard's Burgers landed there.
Awesome.
What's it called? Okay. Buxell's a good one. Many years ago, there was this Irish family that came from Ireland. They had Irish accent. I think they're from Northern Ireland. The people watching this will know I'm on about. They used to be where Emma's Caribbean was and where Chica is now.
Their smash burgers are nice from Chica. Have you had them?
Yeah, really nice.
Nice. Some of the best I've had in the city.
Absolutely.
But Rockaguy is still number 1. Rockaburger.
No, I smash. You know what it is? I don't take too much passion in the smash burgers because I just feel like everyone's doing them. But maybe when we get this new refurb on the scene, I'll take it to the next level.
Yeah.
But Bucks used to be good. There used to be a fried chicken spot called Bucks. They've recently, I've checked them out on social, I've exchanged messages with them. They've opened 2 branches. One's in Birmingham in Hockley, and one's in Coventry. That was I would definitely put that on the map, bro. That was about 3 years ago. Pre-COVID they were there, and then after COVID they kind of closed, and then they moved to Scott Arms, and then from there they disappeared. So yeah, okay, no doubt that Manchester is definitely overrides Birmingham when it comes to food.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
Birmingham have a lot of food places, but I just find them, the majority of them that I've been to, I've never been truly impressed. Like I've been truly impressed at them 3 spots that I mentioned in Manchester. Maybe that's just me being biased because it's my own city.
What about London?
They have some very good food spots, but I'm yet to like fully travel London and see what they have on offer. But what I've had from London is telling me straight away they've got a lot more going on than Manchester has going on.
But are they banging? They're all like really intrigued.
I went to a place recently called the Best Roasted. Oh my days! I've seen that halal munchies went there.
Yeah. The fried chicken is nice, isn't it?
Fried chicken is banging.
Yeah.
So what they do is...
What about the shawarma?
I didn't try the shawarma.
I didn't like the shawarma, man.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's banging, bro.
The fried chicken's banging. But they put this kind of spice on there.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I thought it was too spicy.
Yeah. Some good spots though. Bradford could probably give Manny a run for its money or not.
No, never. People from Bradford come to Manchester to eat. Bradford's up and coming though. They've got a lot of good burger joints.
I think Bradford's more desi-fied it.
Yeah.
More cultural
For your curry spots in Bradford, you can't mess with Bradford. By a mile, they've got way better curry spots.
They've got a few curry spots. They've got a few good delis. You know, they've got a few, 1 or 2 franchises that have sprung out
We
of
went
there.
to that Harlem House in Sheffield. It's like one of my favourite spots in the country.
Fire.
That's...
And Imran's. I love Imran's
Imran's.
spuds.
Yeah, that's different. That's a Sheffield thing.
Manchester, would you say it's the best in the country?
No, London.
London.
For food, yeah.
Which other burger spots would you recommend?
Manchester.
Yeah.
Burger spots.
Not Manchester, sorry, London.
London.
So you're saying London's better than Manny, but how though and why?
That's overall in the food because there's a lot more diversity there in the sense that you can literally get a wicked curry from Tayb's on Fieldgate Street. You can go into central London, you can go Covent Gardens and try Christopher's French toast. And there's little pockets in London where you've got like Edgware Road where you've got a whole road of Arabs doing food. Then you go to East London, you've got a load of South Indians there or Southall.
But in terms of burgers and that, do you think something
Fast
like
food.
Fat Pats would do well there?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they've not gone there already.
And what about like places like Miami? Bearing in mind, I don't think they would
They
be
do
selling
well
for
on the
£5 a burger
outskirts.
meal. Sorry?
They do well on the outskirts.
What's your favourite part of London?
Central. In fact, no, I take that back. East. In fact, no, I take that back. North. Turkish food there is amazing.
Turkish food in London's
Can't
back.
mess with it.
Nowhere else
It's
in the
better
country.
than Turkey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a statement. What's your favourite Turkish restaurant in North London?
And
On Green Street.
Antaplia.
Antaplia. Where's that?
Haringey.
My favourite is Goksuku.
Yeah, they're a chain. There's one of them there as well.
Yeah, it's nice, that is. Every time I have Turkish in the city of Birmingham, it's not the same, man.
No, same in Manchester. No one knows how to do it properly like they do it there.
What's been your most competitive, like, situation in your life, then, like, so far?
Competitive?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, where, like, you know, something must have been on the table, you know, where you could have got your grabs on, and that you had to, like, step it up a bit, you know, be a bit more competitive compared to what someone else is probably
I think
having.
social media in a whole, like the thing on social media, it's like, there was a time where I was going down that line of swearing and just chasing views like no tomorrow, and I kind of realised that I need to step it up in the terms of like, start respecting myself, start being a bit more closed off and not so open on social media. So I think that's what I've come to a realisation over, that if I don't do that, then I'm not going to be able to get wicked brand deals in the future.
Okay. So you found that hard.
I don't think I find that. I feel a lot more restricted these days now that I don't be myself and I don't mess around and stuff. But in order to get brand deals and, you know, walk up the ladder of social media, you've got to keep it clean.
So you say that you're saying that, you know, to be yourself. Like, how would you describe yourself? Because obviously I know you, Aki, on the camera. I know you off the camera. Like, but how would you describe yourself?
Interesting person.
In more than a few words, how would you describe yourself in a couple of sentences?
An interesting young male.
Okay. Would you say you're above the average human being in terms of work and competitiveness?
No.
Would you say you're average? Would you say you're below average? Would
In
you
what-
say
in
you
terms
work
of what,
hard?
I thought you were asking if you thought I was better than anyone else. I was going to say, no, everyone's the same. But in terms of work rate, I think I used to be a lot lazy. Like, I was lazy back in the day. But now I'm growing up, I'm realising the real life, what the end goal is in life. You want to make money. You want to settle down. You want to get married. You need houses. You need a successful business. Like, I'm seeing that as the vision now.
Wow.
So that's pushed me to work a lot more harder. Because when you're like 18, 19, you don't care about that. All you care about is chasing girls.
Okay. So what advice would you give to the youngers, you know, who are, you know, who see inspiration from you?
Study, work hard, but also be creative as well. Don't just think that, okay, university is the only option that you have in life. Understand there's a lot more out there and follow your passion as always. Don't do something to please your parents. Don't do something to please someone else. Always just be yourself and be unique.
You say don't do nothing to please your parents, or don't do something.
Don't live a life pleasing your parents, in the sense that a lot of people will go into a career path just to please their parents.
Is that how you feel? Is that what you feel you did?
No.
So what makes you give that advice?
I give that advice because I didn't go ahead and become, you know, the whole reason, like I said, I was inspired by Ahmed Yaqub to go into law and stuff, but at the end of the day, was I truly happy doing that? No, I wasn't, but if I jumped out of it, it would have been like, okay, cool, my son's not achieved something in life. It was more of a, let's make the family proud type of thing.
So it was some sort of kind of family kind of indirect pressure, like to kind of.
And I feel as if a lot of people have that.
That's fine, because I feel like you're right. I feel there is that kind of cultural pressure, and parental pressure, but some would argue that
it's good, it's beneficial, it drives people to do more. But then someone might have a passion to be doing something else in life that isn't, I guess, academical.
Me as a parent myself now, I wouldn't want to pressure my children, but you know, I could see where, you know, from a parent's perspective, how they would like their children to become, you know, educationally, you know, correct, or educationally, you know, equipped and graduated, and then once they have, they can carry on to kind of complete their, you know, the things that they want to do in life. So I don't know. You know, you don't really want to. You know, what else would they do then? So what else would you do? What do you think you would have done if you never, you know, continued into your studies and graduated? What do you think you would have been up to?
Some sort of business.
Okay. Do you think you would have been successful?
Yeah, because I would have had that drive of not having, like, now I have a degree to back me up in life. I don't think I'll ever use that. But had I not had that, and when someone has like no academic qualifications, I'm sure it's going to push them to actually achieve a lot more in life, because they know they've not got a backup plan in life.
I don't know. Like I would say, I would kind of, my opinion differs. I think, you know, it's set up quite nice for you, to be honest. My personal opinion, as a brand person, you give me a view is it's absolutely nail on the head. Like, He's a graduate. He's law. He knows his law. He can say and do what the F he likes, and he can back it. And I think that's what kind of gives you your personality. Like that's what my impression of you is.
Yeah.
That is a highly intelligent individual, and like you get a lot of these guys who make a lot of noise, but they can't back it. But I feel like you can back it, formally. So I think, I know you keep running it down, be like, I don't need it. But I think it suits you, bro. You know that. I think you should maybe consider it, putting a suit on. I swear, imagine you in court, bro, annihilating some people.
I could do what Ahmed Yaqub done and be on social media as a social media solicitor type of thing and have a firm behind me. Because at the end of the day, it's the same thing that I'm doing now. It's marketing, right?
Market manipulation. Talk to us about that. Just before you go, you recently ran down a very, very famous spot for us young Birmingham guys, and I would like to include Bradford in this. And the reason why I like to include Bradford in this because UK fried chicken started from Bradford and came to Birmingham.
Yeah, that's one of your favourite spots, isn't it? Or is it Dixie?
It's not my favourite spot.
Them, I'm quite grateful. They didn't do nothing. When I left that review, they left me alone. And I'm glad they did. Because I gave my genuine opinion and added a bit of comedy into that review. But other brands, no names, everyone knows who I'm talking about, will pursue things legally. A lot of food businesses do these days.
They absolutely do. You're right.
And I'm surprised I never got no messages or emails or anything after I dropped that review.
Fair play to you.
That was a bit wild.
All type UK fried chicken, man. Fair play to you for UK fried chicken.
All type the dead wings that are probably made from pigeon meat.
See, what makes you say that? Because they're not going to be pigeon,
the
right?
food is dead, man.
They're not
You can't sit here and say UK fried chicken's nice.
Okay, it's not nice now. It was nice, 20 years ago. We started first eating UK fried chicken. Or did we start first having Dixie? I remember Dixie came into the city in 2001 many years ago and started on Almac Road, but I can't remember UK fried chicken. But when they did come around,
they're just cheap, innit?
It was an option.
It's just a cheap option for everyone. Like, how are you selling 2 burger meals for what, £5-6? That's not got chicken in it.
People are still buying it. Not everybody can probably afford.
Yeah, but someone brought that up in the comment section, and I was saying to them, yeah, you can't afford fast food, but you can. No, if you can afford fast food, you can go to Lidl, you can go to Aldi, and you can buy healthy food. I don't think it's about affordability; it's about people's choices.
I think that's a great point. I prefer Dixie. What do you think of Dixie?
Hit and miss. It's a franchise, innit? So it depends on the individual store and who runs it themselves, whether or not they're there to make money or they genuinely give a shit about the food and are passionate about making good food. That's the problem with Dixie's franchises. They don't have good control over their brand. So half of the Dixies I've been to are shit, but there have been times where I've gone to Dixies which are actually good.
What's the one like on Wimslow Road?
Dead. Horrible. Atrocious. I left them a bad review.
Oh, no way.
The one next to Oodles.
Yeah.
Terrible. Probably the worst fried chicken spot on that road.
Wow. UK fried chicken is like a
institution for you guys, isn't it?
Not for me anymore. Dixie's you can call, yeah. I call like to call myself the Dixie detective.
I've seen your videos, yeah.
But UK fried chicken, no, I think you were a bit harsh. But I see your point. I quite like the point. That's the first time I heard it. I never read it in the comments about go to Lidl. It's a good point. But anyway, so I know you're in a rush.
No worries, man. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure too. Just before you go, what are you thankful for to Allah so far in your life?
Everything, all the barakah, all success on social media, everything that comes in the future is all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I never think for a second that, okay, cool, this has just came to me in life for no reason, let's abuse it. I've realised, okay, this is something that's blessed from Allah for me to, be doing something that I'm passionate about. Be going out to make, you know, a living by eating food. So, you know, it's a blessing for a lot of people. They look at me and think, oh, you go out and make money from eating food. What sort of job is that? It's a blessing, innit?
Yeah, 100% is a blessing for me. It's like, you know, it's probably the best job in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I can't think of a job where I'd be more happy in, but it does come with its stress, and it goes like it's not all, you know, flowers. There's a lot of stresses involved in it as well.
What's the biggest stress of it?
Editing takes a long time. Editing content, getting the right shots at places when people's food looks shit, and you know, there's a lot of stress involved in it. And then sometimes you got to deal with the most dickhead business owners as well. I've dealt with plenty of them.
Really bad, innit?
Real bad.
Tell us an encounter that you've had with a business owner that went really bad.
I'm trying to see who I want to name and shame now.
You don't have to name and shame them.
Name and shame specifically.
You don't have to. I'm more interested in, like, you know, the situation, how we could have. Like,
Charles behind the camera just waving at me, telling me to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
so I think I'll keep my mouth shut on.
You don't need to name and shame anybody, but like you can tell us about the situation. Like, just describe the situation, what happened, what we learned from it.
I'm thinking of about 2 or 3 situations.
Okay.
But what I learned is, in any industry that you're in life, you're going to deal with bad people. You're going to deal with rotten apples. You're going to deal with people who aren't nice and friendly. Like,
I get that.
95% of the people that I've met, like yourself and a lot of other owners, I consider them like family to me now, close friends. So there's been a lot of goods as well. I've met a lot of good people along the line.
I get that.
I'd rather praise and sing about the good than, you know.
Well, I'm going to be a bit more like into this conversation, because, like, obviously you've come across a lot of bad business owners. I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
You've come across, and the restaurateurs like myself. So what was the situation that kind of annoyed you? Like, did they not promise you, you know, what you agreed? Did they not turn up on time? Did they lie? Was their product shit?
A lot of the times I come across people and they'll tell you beforehand that...
Not people, the business owners.
Business owners, that they'll tell you that their product is unmatched, that they've got an awesome product. You actually go down there and try the food, and they hyped it all up, and you actually try the food, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? And they try and cover up and say, oh no, we paid this amount for this product, and this is the best product, and we're just trying the food, and we're just like, what the fuck is this? Do you get what I mean? You're trying to fool a food reviewer when we know our food like the back of our hands.
Is that the worst?
That's the worst. You know, when people are very close-minded on their product, thinking that they're the best when they've not actually gone out there to try other people's food. That's what really annoys me.
And did you break it to them?
I don't bother. I just think, you know what, if you want to live in that world that your food's amazing, cool. Have that mentality, it's fine.
So you don't end up working with them again? Or do you carry on working with them? Because, you know, nowadays...
No, yeah, that's usually it.
Paid reviews are, you know, very controversial, you know, in the industry. So...
It's not... See, that's the problem. You know, when you say paid reviews, immediately the audience is thinking now, okay, cool, that kills the legitimacy of its reviews, when that's not the case. You know, it's something that I shouldn't talk about, but I'll be a bit open on it since no one talks about it in the industry. At the end of the day, it's a career for a lot of people. Doesn't mean you go out and get paid and lie in your reviews. The being paid or being sponsored element by a takeaway does not mean you go to a food place and you say, yeah, the food's nice, and you promote it like that. No, you still have it's your content at the end of the day. You have that freedom to say whatever the hell you want about that product.
Look, even me as a business owner, you know, there's nothing wrong with collaborations. You know, if your company can collaborate with an individual or another company on an agreed term and a financial term, there's nothing wrong with that, because you're taking your time out, you're investing your your experience, and you're coming together to create some noise, some content, so the consumer can see and, you know, get involved in it. So
yeah, it's marketing at the end.
At the end of the day, you know, that's fine. You can pay for marketing, but what I was trying to get to you was that like, you know, as a restaurateur, I was like intrigued, like, what kind of situations, what do I need to be, you know, what do I not need to be like them guys who you don't
I think
really
for
got
all
on, got on with
owners,
it.
okay, yeah, for all food business owners, you should be doing what I do, going out to food places, trying the top food spots in your city. You shouldn't sit in a circle thinking, right, I've made a wicked product in my kitchen. My freshie staff in the back, he liked the product. Do you get what I mean? Like, what's your measurement for a good product? Go out there, look at the highest rated food places in the city. Go out there, check where all the reviewers have hyped up, check their food and compare it to your product and think, okay, maybe my product is not as good as this person's product. And don't be so close-minded.
Absolutely. Yes, I think spot on. I think one thing about I love about doing reviews is, you know, since when I come back, I'll be like inspired, bro. I'll be like, yo, we ain't shit, bro.
That's what I mean, bro.
Do you
You
know
as
what
a
I mean?
business owner who's also gone and done a couple food reviews, you've realised once going out there that shit, there's a lot of good places out there, and you've probably learned stuff from going out to other people's businesses.
I've learnt
There's no
a
harm in
lot. I've
taking
enjoyed it as
inspiration at
well.
all.
I've enjoyed it because I've been doing. I've been reviewing food all my life, my guy, since the age of 16,
I
17.
know you have off camera.
Yeah, off camera all the time. I've been doing this, you know, and now that, like, you know, I'm kind of like reviewing and I'm taking my camera with me. I'm enjoying it so much more. Because you remember it, because obviously you've recorded it, you watch it and it brings back the memories really, really quickly, and you learn so much as well. So, absolutely, like, you know, definitely. Before we go, you're thankful of Allah. Are you doing any kind of charity work? You know,
Well, that's the topic.
are you? Because I
We
ain't
can
seen
sit
you
here and we'll talk about
for somebody
charities.
who's very well mainstream, like, not like, you know, you're doing well in the halal food industry.
Yeah.
You know, are you doing any charitable work? Because you do see a lot of.
So, you know, very briefly, we'll talk about this.
I know
in the
Chow
next
does.
podcast.
I know Chow bees with you. He does a lot of
Chow
work.
does plenty of charity work. Hats off to him and respect to him. He's very involved in the charity industry. Me personally, I'm quite opinionated on charities. I've said stuff on social media about charities, but in response to that, I've been speaking to charities in, you know, behind the scenes and stuff about charity work that I can do using my platform, where 100% of donations are going towards a charitable cause. I had an opportunity to go towards Afghanistan in July, which I've pulled out of for personal reasons, but there is a project that I'm going to be working on soon where I'm going to be giving out charity donations and people's money to the impoverished people, rather than going through a charity and putting funds in places where I personally don't trust.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll talk about that on a whole other podcast about charities and stuff. It's interesting. I've got a lot to speak on that.
No, I'm just going. That's fine. I just, you know, I was very intrigued because, you know, you made a post recently, you know, making some accusations about a lot of people getting
Not people, charities. And
charities
you know,
about the CEOs
Yeah.
on a lot of money,
They're
which
not-
I agree with because I've seen that years
You
ago.
know where I disagree? Where you call it accusations. I never
Right.
came out with accusations. I came out with facts. Stuff
Facts.
that's on Google. Stuff that's evidently out there on social media, where corrupt charity CEOs are taking wages of up to £500,000 in so-called Islamic charities. I'm against that.
I'm against it
Penny
too.
Appeal being
And I swear to you,
number one
Aki,
victim.
wallahi, I'm not lying to you. My brother's friend's an accountant,
Yeah.
good friend of his, yeah, very good accountant. Hard to get him on board. But anyway, I remember about 10 years ago, he was talking about the CEO of Money. What's it called? The orange one.
Penny Appeal.
Yeah.
They're corrupt.
I remember he was telling me about the CEOs on about 150 grand. Like the joke of it was
Not even that. Ask them. The £6 million that got transferred over into Adim Yunus's account. The CEO, the founder, founder of that charity, funnels £6 million worth of funds out of that charity. It's on the sheets online. You can see it all online.
how long ago?
The dates are all online. The founder of Muzmatch has posted a tweet on it which covers absolutely everything.
No way.
Every single piece of evidence. So
I'm
if you
saying,
want to
man.
go fact check me on that.
Nah, I'm just saying. Listen, you that.
This is their past,
But
though. I think they've cleaned up their picture right now. They're trying to clean themselves up.
Okay.
But when you're involved in that, I'm not giving no money to that. I'm not promoting that.
I agree with you.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
People should be giving their money to causes where, you know, are actually helping people instead of funding luxury trips to fucking Bahamas or Maldives or wherever these CEOs are going under charity expenses.
I'm not making this up. Like I was saying to you, my brother's a very good friend, accountant, very well known. I remember him making a joke many years ago, about 6 to 10 years ago, talking about in 2015 times, 2016 times, talking about how the CEO of Moneypenny is on the same money as the Prime Minister.
Penny Peel, back in the day,
150 grand a year he was on.
180, factually £180,000
Wow.
CEOs. Amir Naeem as well I think he's from Yorkshire. He was also one of their CEOs who had taken £180,000 salary. How can you justify that? You're robbing from kids that have nothing. You're not robbing from, yes, you are robbing from the public. You're being dishonest. You're playing with money. Islamically, yes, you do have a right over, if you work with zakat money, you do actually have a right to take some of that if you're working, specific. We're not going to talk about the Islamic guidelines because I'm no scholar here. But taking £180,000 salary is taking the piss, in my opinion.
Absolutely, I agree with you. What about, like, the 10%? I've been hearing a lot of these 10% recently.
That's, again, another load of corruption that goes on in the Muslim influencer world, where influencers take out 10%, 20% cuts or whatever it is from charities, which is fraud. In actuality, you're telling your audience that you're taking their money, using your own audience and followers' trust and abusing that. When you're putting a cut into your own pocket, how can you call that sincere? How can you say that you're sincerely for that cause when you're profiting off it? You don't give a shit about the cause. All you care about is the money that you're putting in the pocket as a result of people donating money to your fundraising link.
Okay, what about this then? One of the charities we collaborated once with, a couple of years ago, they had some staff who were on official salary.
Hey guys, welcome to a commercial break with a meeting with the CEO. I'm outside Rockaburger, Lady Parade. Now you lot know that I have a strong affiliation with this brand. You've probably seen some of my videos. But today I would like to announce that Rockaburger is one of the proud sponsors of a meeting with the CEO. And let me show you what Rockaburger, Lady Parade is all about. I love Rockaburger, and one of the reasons why I love Rockaburger is because it's got a healthy option and it's got your burger options as well. And some of the menu items that are lovely are the chicken and rice. The chicken and rice is only a £5. You need to get down to Rockaburger. You need to try some of the food. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you the chicken and rice in a minute. I'm going to let you have a little look around. And remember also, which is another great option, which is the goat trap box. Lovely favorite. Check it out, guys. So guys, here at Rockaburger, this is the chicken and rice. Get a close-up of that, guy. Order your chicken and rice or your smash burger or your goat trap box and the world's famous seafood trap box from Rockaburger while you're watching a meeting with the CEO. Thank you very much, guys. Let's get back to the show.
He needs a salary to be, to be leading Salah 5 times a day. That's his life. He needs a living salary. I think that's perfectly fine. That's my opinion. From an Islamic point of view, I think it's, Islamically, I think it's of a similar thing where the person needs to be given a living salary to do this. There's no problem with the imams taking a living salary from the masjid. And
don't you think it's the same then?
If these charity guys and these CEOs who are on £180,000 salary, had they been taking a 24 grand salary or whatever the living wage is, £27,000 in the UK, then it wouldn't be a topic that we're talking about. Do you get what I mean? I personally wouldn't be talking about it. But fair enough, you're dedicating all your time to these charities. But as I said, they take the piss when they start asking for 100Ks, 200Ks, 300Ks.
Absolutely. So you're going. You were supposed to go to Afghanistan. You pulled out.
Yeah.
So are you going to be involved in any?
Yeah. So we're looking at Egypt. I want to go on a project with Chow to Egypt where we're going to hand donate out charity donations that we're going to raise from our own audience, where we have full control over, and give it out to the Palestinian refugees that have gone into Egypt. I think that would be an awesome project to work on. I'm always in the mindset that if I ever get any donations from anyone, I want to ensure that 100% of that money is genuinely going to charity, that I'm not getting a cut of it, and that my flights, accommodation as an influencer is being paid for out of my own pocket and not out of charity money and being falsely expensed.
I heard that, and I respect that 100% donation policy. You know, it's a lot of time and effort. What would be your main guidelines for that?
Guidelines for that would be 100% donation policy, bro.
Literally use your own salary, your own money,
my own money to fund me actually going out there, because I can pay for that myself.
And any kind of charity, any donations that you receive yourself personally.
100% going to charity, no pissing around, no CEOs getting paid, none of that crap. Just straight up, you give me 100 quid, that's going straight to, that's getting converted into that money and going straight out to the kids and the people that need it the most. There's no corruption in it whatsoever.
Sounds really good. May Allah bless you for your
Inshallah.
For your mentality, your intentions, and give you more barakah in your pathway to success.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much, AKHI, for being here today, and the rest of the team that's here. All tight Chow, all tight the new lady. All tight Iman. Forgive me, Iman. And yeah. Thank you very much once again.
Bro.
Just before you go, just like you to end the podcast with some inspiration again, because we love the inspiration. I know,
inspiration, man. I'm not a really inspirational guy.
I think you are, bro. I think your own thing. I think I wish I could have got you, in such more time, because the fact that.
Bro, we can sit and talk for hours, man.
100%, we can sit and waffle for hours.
Till the next time, people. But make sure you subscribe, follow, like, comment, whatever platform it's on. Safe.
Thank you very much. And that was so inspirational. I mean, the fact that this guy is a law graduate and he can back it most of the time when he talks, and that the industry that he is in now makes him so unique, and it scares to make me hear that he doesn't think nothing of it. But I think time will change that. Anyway, my peoples, this was a meeting with the CEO, Munching AKHI Yusuf in the building. All tight the team, Aman and Chow. Ramo, bow.